This is 2bit Debytes. I'm Dave, and this is Craig.
And today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 presentation, the next generation of games, and what to expect at E3.
So we just got done watching the PlayStation 4 presentation again, at least for me. And what'd you think?
Well, yeah, okay. To me, the future of the next generation of consoles is going to be a huge social interaction thing. That's what the biggest thing I got out of there was their integration of Facebook to gaming, and you can view what your friends are playing, jumping into their games, and on the graphic level, I don't see too much of a difference on some of the games, but I see like more detail, and I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for some of the titles. We'll get over that in a little bit, but what did you think of the presentation, Dave?
I thought it was awesome. I gotta be honest. I'm sold. I'm probably a day one buy.
Day one buy?
Probably. I'm a Sony guy through and through.
Okay.
Nothing against the big guys.
No, I see that, but for me, I never buy a console on the launch day. I usually wait like a year. Sometimes they have a price drop. They didn't really specify how much the system's going to cost. The Wii U's already out. I mean, they had a jump start on the next generation.
Well, with the Wii, Nintendo. I know Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, the big three. I think the Wii U, Nintendo itself stands alone from the other two.
Okay, so how do you think that the Wii U will stack up against the next generation of PlayStation 4 and Xbox?
I think it's still a good system. I think it's still a good family-oriented system. They've their games have gotten grittier.
Right.
They were.
Well, they upped the capabilities of the games, and you're seeing more third-party developers wanting to make Wii games. But how will that fare maybe 3 years from now? Where the games will really excel on the better technology.
It'll still be around.
Will it be like
Nintendo's a competitor, and they're gonna.
Oh, of course. I mean, Nintendo has Nintendo games. Zelda doesn't get bad.
That's why I have a Wii for Zelda, strictly for that reason.
Strictly for Zelda and Mario.
Yeah.
But
who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, but my concern about that is is it going to be like how the Wii was stuck in that last generation during a current gen movement? You think it's going to be the same?
Possibly. It's only going to be a little bit behind, truthfully, I think. It's not going to be that far behind. The differences are not going to be that noticeable. Some developer will find it. They will push the full power of it.
I don't know, but we still haven't heard too much about the Xbox 720 or Durango, whatever they call it. But what did you think of the next-gen games that they showed off for the PlayStation 4? I know they showed off a couple of really cool games like Sleeping Dogs, which look
Watch Dogs.
Wow, Watch Dogs. I'm sorry, that was my fault.
Watch Dogs looks really cool. It looks like a lot of fun. It's an Ubisoft game. You can kind of see the Assassin's Creed aspect of it with certain things.
With the stealth.
Yeah.
It looks like a stealthy.
You definitely see it's the same guys working on it, which is good because Assassin's Creed's a great IP.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs look really good. I like the as silly as it sounds, that game Knack that they had that looked childish and kind of looks like almost like a Wreck-It Ralph type kind of style.
Yeah, it looks like one of a Pixar movie.
It does. And
silly like that.
That's the cool thing about it. Having children. Plenty of.
This generation has a lack of kid-friendly games that are good.
Well, that's why the Wii was never.
And I feel like
that's a good argument for the Nintendo. That's why they're never going to go away because they are kid-friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas
these new systems, they seem to pander to audiences over 18.
Well, the average age of the gamer is in their 30s.
The average gamer is in their 30s? Yeah. Okay, I thought it was in their 20s. I don't know.
No, I've been following this every year. It just makes me, because I'm 38, and
a generation of anti-socialites.
It's like 35 or 36. It's the people like me who grew up and were born with the Atari. That's that age.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the developers these days, they're my age. Not that I'm old, but
you're just classic.
Very. I enjoy my classic games. That's one thing that I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping that we'll be able to, if you listen to the cloud gaming aspect, they said to be able to download games from previous years. I know PS3, you've been able to do that, or Microsoft and the Xbox will be able to have that concept too, and whoever gets rights to whatever game will,
Well, speaking of downloads, now they didn't really talk about the PSN too much on the presentation.
They showed that cool thing with the live, watching other people play, and the Ustream. That was interesting.
Yeah, but they didn't show support for, like, people that are registered for PSN that have been for, like, say you've had your PlayStation for how many years? Like 5 or 6, right?
At least, yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5 years. And that's, you downloaded a lot of stuff. You have a lot of, like, all your trophies, all your interface, everything that you do on your PlayStation 3. Now, they're saying that it probably won't go over to the next...
I don't plan on getting rid of the PS3.
I understand that, but why not have the backwards compatibility to integrate all that stuff so you don't have to...
I don't understand that.
...have 2 giant systems.
This is true.
Because honestly, would you want to...
In my man cave, it just looks... Here's the PS1, the PS2, the PS3, the PS4, the TV, the Xbox, the 360, the 720, or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, but
the Wii.
You're a gamer. You want to do that. But for the average person, they don't want to do that. They don't want to, I'm sure your wife really likes the fact that you have all these consoles all over the place.
She loves it, trust me.
It's really attractive. See, ladies.
She tells me, at least I'm not at the bar. So any gamer guys out there who have a problem with their women, just say, honey, I'm not at the bar. I'm out with the boys, but virtually.
But hey, you get a PS Vita, and maybe you can be out at the bar, huh?
Yeah, that augmented reality got to be really
remote play and stuff. Hey, why not?
Yeah, she could check see if I'm online. I'll be online.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool with the PS Vita if you have that. It kind of is the same aspect as the Wii U with their controller thing. Okay, so upcoming games. What are you excited for, Dave?
I gotta be honest, it's a PS3 game. It's the Quantic Dream game. What's her name?
I think the PlayStation 3 has a good amount of games. Like, this generation's not over yet, guys.
No.
There's plenty of great games.
Remember, we got 10 years out of the PS2.
Some of the next-gen games are going to be on the current gen as well, like the new Diablo 3.
What do you think about that?
It's a PC game port to a console. I mean, it's as good as it... The cool thing about the PlayStation 3 is you can use a keyboard and mouse. But they said that they're going to integrate it, make it more controller-friendly.
You could use a keyboard and a mouse with the PS2. That was something you could always do.
Yeah, but, the games didn't support that as much.
No. Final Fantasy 11. That was about it.
That was the only game. It also came with a hard drive just for that, too.
And it took 2 days to download.
Final Fantasy. This new Square Enix game, however, looks really good. I'm speculating that it's going to be a new Final Fantasy.
I'm hoping. Well, the demo that they showed, they didn't say what it was, but did it look exactly like a Final Fantasy
it looked like a Final
opening cutscene?
You know what gave it away? The dragon is, I'm going to say that's Bahamut, and the crystal that she was holding. That's
it was all a dead giveaway, right there. That could have been materia. That could have been anything.
It looked raw. It looked good. It looked like they were making forward.
It looked really. That looked like a really great opening demo.
Yeah.
You know what? That could lead into a great storyline.
Uh-huh.
When the president came out or whatever it is, the guy came out and he said big Final Fantasy announcement at E3. I'm personally. I know. Flame me on the forums if you want. I'm hoping for the Final Fantasy VII remake.
That'll never happen, Dave. That is
never.
I'm gonna tell everybody who was expecting that was just a tech demo. They would never. They even had an interview with the guy. The tech demo for the
PS3. Yes, I got that. But it's been years since that. That was like 2006, 7 years ago.
They're talking about re-releasing Final Fantasy X.
They are re-releasing that.
Yeah, with updated visuals and all that stuff. So, what are we to expect for E3?
Good, strong presentations. Maybe to see what the PlayStation looks like. Maybe to see what the Xbox looks like.
Oh, they were like, "Hey, we have a controller."
Yeah, the controller looked cool.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I like it.
I'm looking forward to see all the integrations you could use with the touchpad.
But the touchpad is so small. Like,
yeah. It is, but it's probably
if you're playing a game and then you're like, it's just, I don't know. What do you use it for?
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's multiple things that we're just not thinking of, but there's probably multiple things.
I feel like they're trying
good for like games where,
Yeah, with like, how like they have the Kinect and the PlayStation Move and the Wii U Waggle controls. I feel like these things are, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to revive a dead horse on this. Like, it failed this generation. It failed.
It could still work. Remember,
it could work, but
Xbox,
it was bad.
It was. I mean, just steal your papers here.
Unresponsive.
Xbox.
Not a lot of. I mean, the only games that worked on these things were Dance Central and I don't know what.
Yeah, I know. If I have to hear freaking you're a star again in my kids' room, I'm gonna scream. The Illumi room.
Now, what's the Illumi room?
That is.
Explain the Illumi room.
That is basically. It's as far as I know right now, it's a rumor, but basically what they did, Xbox took out a patent on this thing, and they might have just done it just for, intellectual rights, but you put it behind your TV, and then it illuminates your room. So you have your TV, the main screen where you focus, but everything else is in your room. Like, you are now immersed into it, so it just projects the screen around your room. So that'd be pretty cool. If they
that sounds a little.
That sounds rough. How would they pull that off?
Yeah, that sounds like that's the whole like the 3D gaming and
stuff. You
would
need a perfectly square room, I would assume.
I don't know. It seems gimmicky to me.
It seems gimmicky, but to me, I'm looking at it as
I feel like
the next step towards the holodeck on Star Trek Next Generation.
That would be kind of cool. Like, like a TV screen that would just be like Star Wars, or it just like pop up a hologram, like.
Well, that would be cool if you could even project like full movies like that in your room, or also like you're watching Star Wars and TIE fighters and X-wings are flying over your head.
That would be cool. That would be fun. Sony should, you guys should start working on that.
Get on that.
Yeah.
George Lucas, do something. Stop selling your shit and stop remaking your shit.
Definitely. So the next titan in the next generation of consoles we have to look out for, and the last big guy is Microsoft and the Durango 720, whichever you prefer. It's probably going to be the 720.
It would make perfect sense. It did pop up in that movie Real Steel, an ad for it. I know it was a fake ad, but it's there.
Yeah, but you never know. Sometimes they have different names for the things.
They might come up with something new, but I don't think so. I think they'll follow suit.
Yeah, so what do you think? The specs are going to be comparable to the PlayStation 4? Or?
Absolutely. They might be scrambling right now to make it a little bit more powerful. Add some extra stuff just after seeing.
Well, they have a jump now. They know what PlayStation has to offer, so we'll see what they're going to have in store for us. What's different? And
I think
and obviously
hopefully they'll have much better games per se for the Kinect, because I mean, I'm a big Fable fan. I was looking forward to that Fable.
Well,
Kinect
you know how I feel about the Kinect.
Yeah, well,
you see me dancing in that other video. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, so if you look into our New-B archives, but they can do a lot with it. They can still bring in powerful, still be a powerful system. They've got the social aspect down pretty good.
It'll definitely
it'll
definitely be a powerful system.
It's gonna be comparable to the PlayStation.
I just want to see what they have in store new for Xbox Live.
Well, they got to come up with some good. The user interface is really good. I think.
I think the Xbox Live interface is the best out there
right now.
To be honest with you.
But they're
I mean, PlayStation definitely stepped it up with the social aspect. That's gonna be on gamers' minds, and having everybody connected, that's great. On Facebook and everything, like you're gonna be more.
How great that is, but
think about it. I've made like friends through Xbox Live playing games like Borderlands 2, And, you know, now you could follow them more and actually find out, you know, the kind of person they are.
You can actually. That
share
would be
your
kinda
interests.
Cool. And I made friends on the PSN, especially in Assassin's Creed 3 with the multiplayer. I've made multiple friends, actually.
But I think it'll make the online multiplayer that much more interesting because you'll get to know people more. And, you know, you can get a group of people to play games and it won't be a bunch of trolls and stuff like it usually is.
You're always gonna have trolls.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, that's never going to change.
Don't feed the trolls.
I mean, sometimes you can have a civil conversation on Xbox.
You can do it on any social network type
It's cool,
thing,
you know, you talk to people from all over the world and
I think I think their specs are going to be basically the same. They might be, like I said, they might be scrambling to put a more powerful CPU or GPU into their system. You know,
I don't know. I mean,
they might have had a more powerful one already, and now that they've seen what PlayStation has to offer, you know, their conference coming up in April.
I wouldn't be surprised if they released the Xbox 720 with a Windows application. To be honest with you.
I would expect that, only because of Windows 8. You can actually connect your Xbox to Windows 8, and you can play Xbox games on your PC.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to. Yeah, you probably have to own them.
You do, but you can download a program and play your Xbox games right on your PC.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to E3. I think, you know, we got a lot in store. Microsoft has some big shoes to fill, and
it will be fun to see what happens in the next couple of months coming up with what's next. The one in Boston. PAX East.
Oh, yeah, PAX East. PAX East is coming up. We'll probably cover that. And
E3. And Game Developers Conference.
Yep.
So we got some big things coming up. We got some good news coming
definitely a big holiday season coming up for 2013. It's going to be a fruitful one. And so I'm Craig, and this is Dave, and this has been 2bit Debytes. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter or Facebook, New-B.tv. And I don't know what I'm saying.
That's all right. We'll work on that. We will see you all next time. We'll have more news for you, hopefully in 2 weeks. Maybe sooner, maybe later. Be good. Game on.